Hi everyone, it's Claire back again. So today I'm going to finally do my China Glaze destash, and I just wanted to put these tiny mini bottles here because I thought it would be fun with my fingers coming in, that you thought I'd suddenly have giant hands. But of course these are mini bottles. I've got these, they're so cute. I absolutely love the China Glaze mini bottles. I don't know how many were in the collection, but it's the Glamletics collection from a couple of years ago. I think it was a spring-summer collection. So we'll look at those in a little while, but I've got 5 minis, and I've actually got 2 boxes of China Glaze, the full size bottles. There are 24 in each of these boxes, so I've got 48 altogether. So with the 5 minis, that makes 53 China Glaze, and if I'm going to destash 50%, that means I get to keep 27, which is a good number of polishes actually. But China Glaze is, I've got a real soft spot for this brand. Yeah, I think it's going to be really quite difficult. So that's my target, 27. Let's see if it's going to be anywhere near 50-50. I very much doubt it. Well, first of all, I will say that immediately I'm going to keep the OMG collection. I did a video recently on this collection. This is one of my favourite collections. I've got the whole collection here. One of my favourite collections in my entire nail polish collection. So these are the flat holographics. I love all of them, so I'm going to be keeping this entire collection. So that's 6 straight away that I'm going to be keeping. And if I go for the ones that are sentimental, I'm definitely going to keep these two. These 2 polishes are from the My Little Pony collection. This one is a fantastic minty green with a crushed silver flake. You can see that on the nail, but really what it does is it just gives it this fantastic formula, which you wouldn't think for this type of shade, and it's also called One Polish Pony. So because it reminds me of my amazing friend Jen, I am definitely going to keep this polish. I'm also going to keep this gold, Best Ponies Forever, which also reminds me of Jen, but it's actually a really great gold. It's really smooth, no brush strokes, so I'm definitely keeping this one. So that's Best Ponies Forever. So already, China Glaze, I'm keeping 8 and I've destashed 0. So let me empty the rest of this box. Well, you know, I hope I am destashing more out of the next box than I am from this box, because this is going to be really difficult. Straight away, immediately, I can see 2 of my favourite China Glaze, Cinderella and Pearl Jamming. Definitely keeping these 2. Two of my favourite neon. This is a beautiful corally pink. This is Love's a Beach. And this one is I'm with the Lifeguard. Both really great, slightly shimmery neon formulas, but amazing. So I'm definitely keeping those 2. This is another favourite of mine, Custom Kicks. A fantastic green teal with a gold shimmer. I'm also going to keep Flip Flop Fantasy. Find it difficult to say that. It's not the original, it's the newer formula. So it's not the pink, it's more of an orangey, bright pastel neon. But I really do like this, so I'm definitely going to keep that. I'm also going to keep Refresh Mint, because I do remember I destashed another polish that was similar to this. I thought for a second it might be similar to One Polish Pony, but it's definitely more green. So I'm going to keep both of these, Refresh Mint and One Polish Pony. These 2 polishes here that came from that dreadful Paradise collection, and I think they were probably the only 2 polishes. I know there was another one actually. Yeah, this one as well, this red one, which is called Kiki in Artiki, and I really liked all 3 of these. The rest of the polishes in that collection, there were 12 of them, I didn't like any of them, but these 3 I really like. The formulas are really nice. This one is similar to the L'Oreal Jardin de Roses that I've got. I'm sure they're all fairly dupeable actually, but I love them, so I don't want to let them go. So I'm keeping these three. I'm also going to keep this fantastic mustard. This is Mustard the Courage that was in last year's autumn collection, and also this polish I think was in the same collection. This is Sample Sizing Me Up, which is a really beautiful dusty muted blue. Definitely keeping these two. I'm really not doing very well. This one here I'm going to keep that mainly for sentimental reasons. This is one of the three polishes that I picked up from TK Maxx, where I managed to pick up a box of three, in fact 2 different boxes of 3, and it had 3 of these in it, and I've given 2 of them away. And actually it is quite similar to the one of the minis here. This one's called Pilates Please. So I'm going to give away the mini, and I'm going to keep the bigger bottle of V. It's a little bit darker, but they're too similar. So I'm going to keep this one, and I'm going to give away this cute little mini. All 3 of these are quite similar. So this one here is a fantastic formula, 1-coater. This is Baroque Jungle, and it's got quite a pretty glow in the bottle, but not so much on the nail. And then this one here is Blueya, which I remember really liking this one, but just not worn it for ages. You can see from the dust on the shoulder. And this one is from the recent Catch a Colour collection, Green with Jealousy. And it is a great formula actually. I'm pretty sure it's a 1-coater. What I'm going to do is keep the 2 greens, believe it or not. And I think I might be saying goodbye to Blueya, just because I don't reach for it, and I'm fairly certain I've got other glittery blues. So that's my first destash in the full size bottle. And then this one here is a really disgusting green. It's a sort of, it's a cross between a khaki green and a chartreuse green. It's like baby poo green, and it's called Trendsetter. But I love it because it was sent to me by George's Nails, but also it's got this gold flake in there, crushed flake, which you just wouldn't expect from this type of shade. And I really like it because it's unusual for that, so I'm definitely going to keep this one. So far I'm keeping 24 and I'm destashing 2. That is absolutely bonkers. I don't know what that is, but let's get the other box up and hope that I'm going to be destashing at least some of the polishes that are in this box. Let me see if I can see some that I want to save immediately. I definitely want to keep these 2. That's Ruby Pumps, and this one, I haven't got any metallic reds that I can think of, and this one's Just Be Claws. So I'm going to keep both of these reds. I've got 2 toppers here that are from the Catch a Colour collection. I can't remember. One of them I really quite liked, and one of them I didn't like so much, so let's have a look. This one is a Rest in Peace, and I've got a feeling that this is the one that I actually quite like. Yeah, it's got red glitters and black matte glitter. That's actually a really nice Halloween topper. And this one is Get Off My Cold Case, and I've got a feeling that this one is quite textured. Oh, I can't remember now which one it is that I like. Actually, I think I like this one better. It's more dense and it doesn't look like it is textured. Yeah, I think I do prefer this one, so I'm going to keep. I'm glad I'm really pleased that I swatched those then, because I would have got them mixed up. So I'm going to keep Get Off My Cold Case, but I'm actually going to destash A Rest in Peace. Actually, while we're talking about this collection, I'm also going to destash these two, and this is a really pretty dark purple with scattered hollow and a green flash. This one is Private Side Eye, and if this was a better formula, it would definitely be my favourite from the collection, but it was just too runny, and I've got a feeling that this is going to be sort of 3 coats to be opaque. I wouldn't reach for it as a topper over another purple. So yeah, I've just not worn it since I've had this collection. So I've swatched it a couple of times, but I'm actually gonna pass on this one. I'm going to destash, and I'm also going to destash this really pretty copper with another one with scattered hollow. It's called Pathological Liar Liar. But again, it's quite a thin, watery formula, and it's just too much work for me, and I haven't reached for it, and I've got other coppers that are similar to this. I just wish it was a better formula. If it was a better formula, I would definitely keep this one, but I mean, I can wear a copper with a scattered hollow top, with a hollow top coat, so I'm actually going to pass on this one. So I am doing a little bit better with this box. Okay, are there any in here that I need to make sure I'm not destashing? Definitely this one here. This is Frostbite, a beautiful, bright, shimmery metallic blue. I love this polish. Let's just go back to these minis for a second. So that's the difference in size. They're so cute. In fact, this one is very similar. This one is Turned Up Turquoise, which I love. It's a beautiful bright green, and I believe there's a little bit of a shimmer in that. So I'm going to keep Turned Up Turquoise, but I'm going to pass on this one. I feel as though I've got quite a few in this shade, similar green. So Active Wear, Don't Care, I'm going to destash. I'm also going to destash this one, which is Low Maintenance. I've got other blush pinks that are similar to this, but these two are quite unusual. So this one is a really pretty shimmery lilac, and it's called Get It Right, Get It Bright. I don't know if you can see, but it's got a really beautiful iridescent shimmer in there. And this one, I don't know if you can see that blue flash, but it's kind of like a baby blue, pastel blue, and it's got a purple flash in there. And this one is Glamletic, so the namesake of the collection. So I'm going to keep these 2 minis, but I've destashed the other 3. I think I'm going to destash these 2. I think Debbie sent them to me, and they're from the Grinch collection. You're a Mean One. I've got very similar shades to this. It's a great formula actually, but I just don't reach for it. And this one, Grinch Worthy, I'm kind of in 2 minds about this one, because I can't remember if it dries textured or not. But I've got other full coverage green glitters, so yeah, I'm going to I have to, because I've only destashed about 3 so far. So I'm going to destash this one. I'm also going to destash this one here. This was sent to me by Amanda the Nail Polish Hound. It's a glittery, shimmery topper, but I just don't wear these types of polishes, so I'm going to pass this one on. This one's called Glamcore, and it is actually quite similar to, oh no, this is a bit more red. You're a Mean one. This is more of a blackcurrant purple. I do remember this being a fantastic formula, so I'm going to keep this one. Oh, this is another one from that Catch a Colour collection that I just know I won't reach for. This is You've Got Blackmail. I might send this one to Lauren because I know that she was looking for a full coverage glitter, or at least that's what I was encouraging her to get. So I think I might send this one on to Lauren. This one was sent to me. This is a shimmery pinky coral. I think it was when I was on a real coral kick a couple of years ago, and it's Mimosas Before Manis, but I just haven't reached for it. I'm not entirely sure why. I think it clashed quite a lot with my skin tone. So I'm actually going to pass this one on to somebody else in the UK. This one here, Where I Am, this was like the box to destash. This one, Autumn, I Need That, is a pretty shifty, flaky, very dark red purple base. But I've got a prism polish called Drogon that's very similar to this, but even darker and more multi-chrome flakes. So I'm going to pass this one on, Autumn, I Need That. Okay, so I'm not doing too bad. Let me have a look at these two blues. This one here, You Don't Know Jacket, which does remind me of You Don't Know Jacques from OPI. It is a very, very pretty, dark, muted navy blue. And it's a one-coater and it doesn't stain, so I'm keeping that one. But this one here, this is a very bright jelly blue, and I remember Debbie talking about how amazing this polish was, and I just had to track it down. I had to have it. I've worn it once, and I had long nails, and I didn't like the fact that I could see my nail line. I think this kind of made me realise actually that unless it's very, very, very specific, I'm really not a fan of jelly polishes. So I am actually going to pass this one on. So if anybody is interested in Simply Fabulous, let me know. Okay, these two I am going to keep. This one is Grasses Lime Greener, and it's a very pretty pastel neon green, and it's a really good formula. And this one here is Electric Pineapple. I think there's only about half a bottle, and this one was sent to me as well. And if you can see that there, it is really quite a murky, there you go, that's true to colour. It's quite a murky chartreuse. There's a real dusty quality to it. But I love it. I love this type of shade, so I'm definitely keeping. I've got to try and remember not to destash polishes that I don't want to wear right now just because it's in the middle of winter. And I'll probably want to wear these types of polishes in the spring and the summer. So I'm definitely keeping these two. This one here is Aquadelic. I've got to keep this one because I kept this one in favour of For Audrey, which I sent to Amanda the Nail Polish Hound, just because they were very, very similar. And I actually preferred this one, so I'm going to keep this polish. This one here is Dorothy Who, which is supposed to be the blue version of Ruby Pumps. But I wasn't really that impressed with it. I don't know, I think Ruby Pumps has got a real depth to it, but this one just seemed like another glittery blue. So I'm going to actually destash this one. And then these two here, Well Trained and West Side Warrior. This is a really pretty, dark, dusky, khaki green. And it's just a little bit darker than the polish that I'm wearing at the moment, which is this beautiful Crelly here, Shamrock and Roll from Painted Polish. But I do like this one. It is a dusty, grey toned, dark khaki. So I'm going to keep it. And this one here is Well Trained, and I've kept this through several destashes because it is a one coater and it's a great formula. But does it look? So just checking how similar it is to Baroque Jungle, and it's definitely got more blue in it. I feel like this might be comparable though to an Illamasqua that I've got, Muse possibly. I'm actually going to keep this one for now. I may do some new comparisons just to see if there's anything that I can squeeze out more out of my destash, but for now I'm keeping this one along with Baroque Jungle. So that is all of the polishes that I've decided to destash. There are actually 15 of them, so I'm way off the 27 mark, but actually, to be perfectly honest, I didn't think I'd even be able to destash 10 of them, so it does include the 3 minis and a topper. But actually I'm quite pleased with the amount that I've destashed here. Here are the 36. I've just literally counted them and I totally forgot the number. Let me do the maths, hang on. 54. Come on, Claire. 54 minus 15 is 39. Oh, I'm going to have to count them all again. So I've counted 38. My maths is terrible, but I'm keeping 38 China Glaze, including the 6 OMG collections, the 2 little minis here, and I'm destashing 15. Yeah, 15. I don't know why why can't I count at the moment? Destashing 15, keeping 38. One of them will definitely be going in my topper tray, and I don't want to break up the OMG collection, and the rest of them really are kind of sentimental or absolutely will never be leaving my collection. There are a couple that I'm maybe going to do some comparisons with, especially those dark blues and the dark greens, but we'll see. There may be more leaving my collection, but for now that was nowhere near 50-50. I don't know what the maths are there. Obviously I can't count today. I was 12 short on both sides or thereabouts of being a 50-50 destash. So anyway, let me know what you think. What do you think of China Glaze as a brand? They're probably, out of the 3 mainstreams, SEOPI and China Glaze, probably my favourite, the ones that come up with slightly more inventive type polishes, although it's really hit and miss with me, the collections. I've had some fantastic collections and some terrible collections. I might be putting some of these polishes up on the UK ISO destash page. I'm not sure. I'll see. I might give some of them away. I haven't decided. But anyway, let me know what you think of China Glaze. And thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next video. Bye.